Mendoza, and I'm going to compare two buildings from a different perspective. I'm gonna first give a brief introduction of the topic, and then I'm gonna pass on to the most beautiful building that I thought of. Then I'm gonna pass to the ugliest one and the conclusion. If you want to ask any questions, please go ahead at the end. So we live in a world of constant accelerating change. This is like from the beginning that technology was setting the world into our lives. It has given tons of possibilities and a lot of positive and negative aspects. So positive in all the areas such as medicine and everything, communication, and negative, people with change in the way we see and perceive things. Like human being is no longer it's no longer perceiving things, or it's no longer impressed by its surroundings. So in the world, as we know, like we could give an example. If I mention like Paris, you will imagine right away the Eiffel Tower. The same happens with many different famous cities. So I try to look for some cities that they're like not that famous to see what they have famous in them. So in Quebec, I don't know what there's. Quebec, Canada. Canada is known as the country, the snow country, the capital of the world. So I've had some research of the Canadians and their traditions, and we like most of the people are like they they hide from harsh temperatures, but they don't. Until this person, his name is Jacques Dubois. He's French Canadian, and he once was reading like an article about a Swiss ice hotel. So he thought like, well, let's bring it to Canada, and he made the Hotel de Glace, which is Hotel of Ice in French. This is a picture of when it was first opened. It was opened on January 1st of 2021. So how is it made? Here's the front view of what the hotel looks like. It's not that impressive, and I will show you why it's impressive. So the way it is made, we have these like molds made of steel, and they like put the mold, and they have to wait until the temperatures are low, under 25, I think, like in December or mid-November. And after it's like in dark temperatures, there's about 50 people working around the clock for 6 weeks, because these hotels, as you can see, it's made of ice, so it only lasts 3 months. And the coldest months are January, February, and March. So in mid-April, they might take it down because it could be water again. So after they put the mold in, they have to wait until it's -5, and they create this kind of snow that's made mostly of water, because the one that falls from the sky is really airy and it doesn't stick. So once it's like covered with these machines, they like wait for it to compact or like maybe icy for like 3 days. And then they go inside and they varnish all the walls, so that it could be smooth for the carpenters and everyone, that they could like do things. Later on you will see what I'm talking about. Then they bring these massive blocks of ice. It's 500 tons each one, which is mainly what they do the furniture, that you'll see later on. And then the artisans come in and they make like different shapes out of the ice blocks. So the main entrance looks like this. As we can see, the ice blocks make different decorative things. Here we have like a wall, and the light is it's a deep blue color, so it like looks luminescent. It's very pretty. And I felt like every year, because it is demolished and rebuilt again, it's a different inside. Every year it's different with a different theme. Sorry. This year I found that it looks, if you look, like a Gothic, more or less. It has like the tree arc, rounded pointed arcs, and then it has this entrance in the front, but it's different every year. So this is what this year's was about. Then this on the inside, as you see, everything is made out of ice. The columns or the carvings, the chandelier, everything is made out of ice. And then you will see some fireplaces, but there's fake, so it's not just to create the ambience of heat, because an actual fireplace will bring the hotel down, so there's nothing like that. Oh, and the chairs are made of ice too, but they have a fake fur on top, so you can sit and not stick on your butt. And then you have an ice bar, which is one of the main attractions of the hotel. Like, many people don't like sleeping in one, so they just like go to the bar and pass the night or something. This is a view from the bar. Here's a much closer. Oh no. Here you have another fireplace where people go, so it's called like the heat room because there's so many people like dancing and stuff. There's music blasting on speakers, so the body heat, it's much better than the fake fireplaces. And what's famous about it is this massive glasses made out of ice, and they serve their drinks there. So it's like a different thing to do in Canada. Then we have the ice chapel, which is made of ice also. You have like year-round, like 200 weddings. It's not like any religion, it's just a chapel, so you can go and have your wedding over there. And then this year the hotel had 44 rooms, including its suites. Like years before they had like 22, and as long as they like continue, they get expanding. So the suites all are made differently. Here you can see another one. The walls are carved by hand. The molders where the bed is also made of glass. Ice. So everything's made of ice. Here's another one. This one is, I think the theme was Greek or something. So each room is a piece of art. And then we have the slide, which is like the family thing to do. It's like, I don't know the longitude of the slide, but it's made of ice, so children like go there. It's really nice. And then if you have sleeping problems, before going to sleep, you have to go to the saunas and you like heat yourself, and then you go inside. Like many people like ask like how do they sleep, so the hotel purports these sleeping bags as like a mummy, and you sit to the head, and they say like you sleep really, really nice, and it's so much heat that you will produce that you start to sweat. So that's what I heard. And then, oh, that's for the beautiful building. Like you could appreciate, it takes the architecture to a whole nother level, like helping you, like everything is either made of concrete or steel or glass or everything, but here it's made of ice. So how to work with an element that it's moving, like every day they have to reshape the doors because the water shifts. So it's really hard. I think it's impressive what they can do with water, and like it's against time because they only have 3 months like to have the hotel like perfectly. So it's a really hot spot in the tourism, and Canadians like love it, and they like, woo, we have a hotel made of ice. And then we go to warmer temperatures to present the ugliest building. First of all, I want to like mention that I am that I don't want to criticize this kind of architecture, but I don't like it. So here in Mexico City, this famous architect from organic architecture, his name is Javier Senosian, he made the Nautilus's house, which you can see it's a house, it's not a restaurant, it's not a hotel, it's not nothing, it's a house. It's a shell-like house. You can see like where the entrance should be of the mollusk, there's a glass window with many colors, and then they have these rounded shaped windows with like if the shell was broke. And the reason why this house was made this way is because a young family with two kids, sorry, they were tired of living in a conventional home. So they were tired of the same thing every single time. So they were like, we want something that's more like integrated with nature. So they asked him, the architect, to build something like that for them. And this was the final result. So here what the construction is, everything out made of concrete and the windows of glass, of course. So here's the exterior view. The house is placed beside normal or conventional buildings. It has on the west a beautiful landscape of the mountains, and on the other side they have buildings. There wasn't any picture to show that to you, but I investigated. So it's like in the middle of everything conventional, so it like pops up. I hated the way the colors contrast. I really don't like them. And let's see the inside. So here's the main entrance. I don't know if you ever saw the movie of Spy Kids, the first one. That's what it reminded me of. It stressed me, like, here's another picture. Here's the door, so you enter through the glass. You enter and you find yourself in a little like living room. And if you see closely, there's like pavement instead of corridors or something typical. They have this, and on the sides you have grass carpeting. Like really, there's plants in there. So I don't know how they clean that up. And then here's a side view of the kitchen, which there isn't like, because this is a house, there's no many pictures of it. And here's the kitchen, as well as everything is round. There's no place on the whole house or wall that's like a straight line. So that will stress me out. And then we have the bathrooms, I'm sorry. The bathrooms, they're made like in a concave way to like produce ambience, like if you were like a mollusk. So how will anyone want to live like an animal? I don't know. And then we have the bathrooms. The bathrooms are made to resemble like the sand and the ocean, like that's the only place in the house that's different material. It's sand, and we have mosaics, blue mosaics, like to represent it. Like if this would be a hotel, like a theme hotel made out of the ocean, it would be fine with me, but I wouldn't love like living in this house. Here's the sink. And then we have the TV room, which is not that bad. I mean, if you have many people, but I don't know, I hate it, like, why you so many couches, like what is on the other side? I don't know, like, I don't like it. And here's another living room, and another one. So everything is round. I wouldn't like my kids to grow in there, because when like they invite friends over, it will be like, oh, the real house. I don't know, they'll grow up weird. And because I'm not that I'm perfectionist, but like my thoughts and things like in order. If I lived in that house, like everything will be messed up. It's like living in a dream. I don't know. I don't like it. If it was a museum, maybe I like will go visit it. But I don't like this kind of architecture in a house. So that's my point of view. And then, to conclude, this is a quote that I made. I don't know if it's already on the internet, but I am certain that beauty can be found in most unexpected places. It just needs the right heart to perceive it. So like, even though you have like a negative aspect of a house or a building or everything, like he said before, there has to be something pretty about it. I don't know, like maybe it's different, maybe it like pops up out of nowhere. I mean, after all, like all architects grew up in different places with different inspirations, with different aspirations. So I respect that point of view. Thank you.
Thank you very much.